Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 2 English lesson, and we'll be doing our grade 2 English lesson on article. And before we start our lesson on articles, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, so we're doing our grade 2 English lesson articles. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, all right. So we said that our grade 2 lesson is on articles. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. We're doing grade 2. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of articles. All right. So chapter is articles. Our subject is English language arts. All right. So our chapter is articles, we said. We said our subject is English language arts, grade 2. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of articles is to identify articles. And we're going to use the correct articles, which is a, or, an. All right. So when it comes to articles, right? Remember, whenever we talk, we literally use articles within our conversations every day. All right. So when it comes to articles, right? We said words like a, and the. Those are articles. So words like a, an, and the. Those are special adjectives and we call them articles. So it's special adjectives and we call them articles. So we said a, and the. Those are the special adjectives which we call articles. So now, if we look at an example of an article, right, and how we can use that article, then if you look at the first example, it says a banana. So a banana. So now we need to ask ourselves, a banana. All right. So we said, yeah, a banana. And we can use, let's say, basically a, we can use in front of a word that starts with a consonant sound, meaning it is not a word that starts with a, e, I, or u. Any other word or letter, but not that starts with a vowel. Then if you look at the next one, it says an apple. And once you use the word an, you use the word an in front of a word that starts with a vowel sound, which is either a, e, I, o, u. In this case, it is an apple. And if you look at another example, right, it says the oranges. So the oranges. So these three words, which is a, an, and the, we call them articles. And once again, we said when it comes to words like a and an, there are special adjectives, right? All right. So we said a as well as an are special adjectives. Even the is special, but for now, a and an are special adjectives, and we call them articles. We can use a if the next word, this word, if the next word starts with a consonant sound. And if we have all the alphabets, right, the 26 letters in the alphabet, then we said five are vowel sounds and all the other 21 letters in the alphabet are vowels. All right. Then also we said that we use a if the next word starts with a consonant sound. And remember we said all the other there's 26 letters in the alphabet. Five of those letters in the alphabet are vowel sounds, and vowel sounds are a, e, I, o, and u. All right, so we said that when we use a, it's almost like saying a ball, a cat, a jacket, right? Because the words that comes after a starts with a vowel sound. Starts with a consonant sound, sorry. And then if we have the next one, it says use an. If we use an, and then the next word will start with a vowel sound. And we can say that use an, which is an apple. And that is how we can use it in front of a word that starts with a vowel sound. And remember, I said there are 5 vowel sounds within the alphabet. And we say that we use an if the next word starts with a vowel sound. For example, she asked for an apple. And that is an example of a vowel sound. All right. So basically, we see that we use a if the next word starts with a consonant. And remember, I made an example where I said that you have the alphabet, 26 letters in the alphabet. 5 is vowel sounds, the rest is consonant sounds. So we use a if the next word starts with a consonant sound, and we use an if the next word starts with a vowel sound. And we said vowel sounds are a. All right, so now we're going to look at an example, right? And you're going to identify the articles within the sentences. The first one says, will you go to the store for me tomorrow? So, will you go to the store for me tomorrow? What is the article within this sentence? All right. Yes. So, like the bull, an apple, the monkey. Yes, that is correct. So now we said, will you go to the store for me tomorrow? If we look at that sentence, what do we think is the article within that sentence? What is the article within that sentence? Will you go to the store for me tomorrow? We by number one. Will you go to the store for me tomorrow? We need to identify our articles within that sentence, either a, an, or the. All right. And if we were to identify our article within that sentence, right? Then we can say, will you go to the store for me? So the is our article. So will you go to the store for me tomorrow? All right. If you look at the next one, it says, I will write a story about my dog. All right. So I will write a story about my dog, Teddy. All right. So we said that our vowel sound, not even vowel sound, our article is a, because I will write a story about my dog. And then the next one says, yes, we sat under an oak tree. All right, so we sat under an oak tree. What is the article within that sentence? We sat under an oak tree. All right. And if we look at this one, it says we sat under an. So an is our article. An oak tree. All right. So now we're going to A plus students.ca and we're going to continue the chapter on articles. So we're going to identify the articles. And then remember we said we're going to use articles a and or and. All right. So now we're going to identify articles. This is now on A plus students.ca. And remember we said earlier on that we need to, for example, put our articles in front of the word that either starts with a vowel sound or a consonant sound. And it says a, and the, they are special adjective, and we call them articles. And there we have examples by saying a banana, an apple, or the oranges. All right. So we said that words Or articles, which is a, and the. There are special adjectives called articles, and then we made examples of that. Now we're going to select the articles based on the sentence or in the sentence. It says, do you have a bag for your books? So, do you have a bag for the books? What is the article within that sentence? Do you have a bag for your books? So, we need to select the article, either a, and, or the. That's an article within that sentence. Do you have a bag for your books? So, do you have a bag for your books? And if we were to select the article within that sentence, right, then we will say a is the article within that sentence. Do you have a bag for your books? So we said, do you have a bag for your books? And there we underline a, which is the article. And that comes before a word that starts with a consonant sound. All right, so we already did the first one. Now let's go to the next one. The next one says, Seth found an empty chair near Jesse. Seth found an empty chair near Jesse. So here it says, Seth found an empty chair near Jesse. What is the article within that sentence? And if we were to identify our article within that sentence that says, she found an empty chair near Jesse. And then we will identify our an. And as you can see, an goes, it's in front of a word that starts with a vowel sound. An empty. So it Seth found N. And as you can see, N is a vowel sound. N is an article, and it is a word that is in front of another word that starts with a vowel sound. All right. All right, the next one says, Grandma saw the mouse before I did. So Christmas saw the mouse before I did. And if we were to identify or underline our article within the sentence, and then we would say it is the. Because now it's Grandma saw the mouse before I did. And remember, we made an examples of articles, right? All right. So now we're going to, we identified articles. We said certain articles comes before a word which starts with a consonant sound, and words that starts with a vowel sounds, right? So an N comes before a word that starts with a vowel sound. Vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. That is vowel sounds. So A, E, I, O, U. And then consonant sounds is all the other letters in the alphabet. That is not the five vowel sounds. So we put A in front of consonant sounds or word that starts with a consonant. We put N in front of a word that starts with a vowel, and then we can also just write the. So A, N, and the are articles. It is special adjectives which you call articles. All right, so now we're going to our test where we're going to identify articles. So select the article. It says Martha should not climb up the ladder. Martha should not climb up the ladder. We need to select the article. Is it option one, should, or option two, the? Which one is the correct article? Martha should not climb the ladder. Is it option one, should? So we need to select the article. Is it option one, should, or option two, the? Martha should not climb up the ladder. So Martha should not climb up the ladder. Is it option one, should, or option two, the? So we need to select the article. It says Martha should not climb up the ladder. And if we would select the article, we would say it is the. Because this is the reason why I'm specifically rushing that one is because we did that one in the just the when we did our random notes. Let's go to the next one. Okay, the is correct. Now, if you go to the next one, it says the most important thing is doing your best. So, the most important thing is doing your best. We need to identify the article. Is it option one, the, or option two, most? The next one says select the article. The most important thing is doing your best. So, the most important thing is doing your best. We need to select the articles. Is it the or is it most? So, the most important thing is doing your best. So, what is our article within that sentence? And if we were to select our article within that sentence, we can say the most important thing is doing your best. So, the is our article. Remember, we said articles are the, a, and an. So, those are articles, the, an, or a. All right, the next one says, there is a chance of heavy rain today. So there is a chance of heavy rain today. Yes, well done. The is correct. Well done. So the is correct. Now, if we look at the next one, it says there is a chance of heavy rain today. Is our article rain? Is it rain or is it a? Is it rain or is it a? What is our article? So is it rain or a? All right, and if we were to select the article, then yes, A is correct. A is our article. So well done. A is correct. Well done. The next one says, I will write a story about my dog. I will write a story about my dog. So is it right our article or A is our article? We need to select our article. Is it right or A? The screen is not clear. The screen is on its highest. I can't seem to change the screen. All right. It's better? Okay. So A is our article. So well done. A is our article. Let's look at the next one. It says, that is a good idea for my story. So that is a good idea for my story. We need to select the article. Is it A or is it my? So A or mine. All right. And if we were to select the article, then yes, we will say A is our article. And A is the article that comes before a word that starts with a consonant sound. All right. So well done. Now we're going to use the correct article. We're going to use the correct article, either A or N. Remember, we said A, right? Only A comes before a word that starts with a consonant sound, right? Like a ball, a cat, a bag, a desk, right? But we use the word N in front of a word that starts with a vowel sound. And remember, vowels are A, E, I, O, U, right? So vowel sounds. So we can say an apple, an elephant, an egg, right? So now, if we look at this sentence, it says, Tina is still learning how to use computer. Do we say a computer or do we say an computer? Which one is correct? A computer or an computer? And if we were to select the correct answer, then yes, we will say Tina is learning how to use a computer. computer. Well done. A is correct. All right, so before we end our lesson, let us go to our test. We're going to use either a or an to complete the sentence with the best article, right? Only A, E, I, O, U. That is when we use an, right? All right, here it says we will need, do we say an flashlight in the dark room or we will need a flashlight in the dark room? Which one is correct? An or a? All right, and if we were to select the correct one, then we will say we will need a, well done, flashlight in this dark room. Well done. A is correct. The next one says, how far can you kick? Do we say an football or a football? How far can you kick, sorry, an football or a football? So do we say how far can you kick an football or a football? And if we were to select the correct one, we will say a football. So well done. A is correct. All right, let's do the last one and then we are done with our lesson. It says, I know that. Do we say an whale is not a fish? Or do we say, I know that a whale is not a fish? Which one is correct? All right, and if we were to select the best article, we will say, I know that a whale is not a fish. So A is correct. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on articles. We said articles are adjectives such as a, and the, right? We use an article, we use the article a in front of a word that starts with a consonant sound, and we use the article n in front of words that starts with vowel sounds, and vowels are a, e, I, o, u. All right, so this is the end of our lesson on articles. Thank you very much, grade twos, for joining the class. And I really hope that you're going to have a good day further. So till next time, goodbye.